Hello again everybody, welcome back to my workshop. Just a quick one this time. For those of you who have bought the AK afterburner for your electric ducted fan, so it's particularly going to be people in Britain because it's made and sold here. There's a couple of aspects of the controller for this afterburner that I don't like, but I've been able to program them out using the radio, and I thought I'd share for those of you who've also got this unit. If you found my videos of any help to you, then please consider a little donation towards my espresso and chocolate biscuit fund. At the top right hand of YouTube you will find a little PayPal button, and there will be a link in the the description box as well. I've switched over to using that because YouTube and Apple, would you believe, if you've used an Apple device, we're taking a ridiculous amount of money out of any contributions that people made towards the channel. So what are the problems with the controller? Firstly, it lights up the burners at half throttle, and I want it to come on at a much higher setting. But secondly, what really irked me is that it needs calibrating every time you switch the model on. Now imagine having to calibrate your ESC before every flight. And in this case, calibration means raising the throttle to half, pausing there for a moment for it to work out what way round everything is, and only after that will the burners light. And this could be rather irksome because you're going to forget to do something like that before every flight. This does mean, of course, that you need to use a separate channel for the burner, not just a Y lead off the throttle. So let's have a look at the issue. The model's up and running. Here's the tailpipe of my Starfighter. The throttle lock is on, so the motor won't fire up, but I'll now go to full throttle and the burner should come on. I'm at full throttle, nothing there. What we need to do is come up to half throttle, pause, let the unit calibrate, and from then on it's going to work. Well, who's going to remember to do that before they fly? Okay, so let's have a look at how we can get it to do this automatically for us. And as I mentioned, it's got its own channel, so we've created a reheat function. We've assigned it to the P4 stick, but I'll come back to that because I've changed it a little bit. The P4 is my throttle stick. And of course then we've got a servo assignment, in this case channel 11 for it, so it's not using the Y lead. So first things first, how do we get it to automatically come to half throttle to calibrate the unit? Well, at least it's half the throttle stick, it's not going to operate the engine. And what I did was use the throttle cut on the joule rate. So we go to the reheat channel. The switch I've set is my throttle cut switch. And what I've done is go to switch off symmetry on the joule rate and watch what happens when I operate the throttle cut.
Throttle lock is off. Beware of propeller.
The lower half of the reheat comes almost to zero, not quite. I think it's at about -5. Let's go in and have a look at the curve. No, sorry, silly me, it's up here, of course. 5%, so that's 5% below the middle. The reason being it's close enough to mid-throttle to make the unit go into its calibration. Its little red light flashes, it's happy, but it's not quite enough to be at mid-throttle, as it were, to switch the lights on. And I can switch it off again.
Throttle lock active.
And now, because it's calibrated, just by moving the throttle lock to the off position, if I open the throttle, up comes the burner. Lovely. So I don't have to remember to do anything to calibrate it now. And the next thing I did was I want to control the point at which it switches on. Rather than come on at half throttle, I want it to come on at, say, 3/4 throttle. There's a variety of ways you can do that. I simply did it through the function assignment. Have a look at it. So instead of the standard type of view you would get, because it'll come on at this when you assign the P4 stick, I've pressed prop, gone to this, And as you can see, my switch on point, it's lost it now, but it would be about there. That's it, 47. I'll go for 50. So it's about 3/4 stick. No, I don't like that. I'll go back up to about 60% there. And that's the point at which it now effectively goes to full throttle and off. Full throttle and off as far as the lighting unit's concerned. And that's it. So now all I need to do if I want to adjust the point in the throttle where the burner goes on and off is simply adjust that point there. And that's it. So have a bit of fun with that, folks.